Hello, hello. What is up, gamers? What is good? The anime season is once again coming to an end, which means it's time for my favorite video to make. Looking at the next season, talking about what shows seem good, doing a little bit of preliminary research, and making a list of shows that I am interested in checking out. Will I actually check them out? Fingers crossed, yes. Okay, so if you watched the last video and even the previous video, I had expressed that I had kind of fallen out of the habit of actually watching anime. For a while, I had been attending a weekly anime club on Discord where we'd watch the latest episodes of like 4 or 5 shows. That totally fell out of my schedule. I just started getting very busy on weeknights, and it just became this snowballing thing where if I missed the first few weeks, then of course I would need to devote time to catch up, and that would lead me to miss subsequent weeks. And if I was free, I wouldn't have had a chance to catch up. And that just kept snowballing and snowballing, and now it's like 2 seasons where I haven't watched anything, which hasn't happened since basically since I was a teenager. Usually, I've been watching seasonal anime pretty steadily that entire time for like over half my life now. So it's weird to fall out of the habit of it. It feels bad. I feel out of touch. I feel like there's been a lot of great shows that I would have really enjoyed that I haven't seen. But it just became this like growing problem where I couldn't find time to sit down and watch, hours and hours of anime, which was what was required for me to get caught up on all these shows. So lately, and by lately I mean like within the last week, like really lately, I've been trying to get my head around like a new paradigm of anime watching, where it's like if I just watch one episode a day, just spend 22 minutes of my day over lunch, taking a break from work over lunch, or like first thing in the morning before I work, or right after work before other plans for the evening start, or right before bed, I just delay bedtime by 20 minutes. There's some spot in the day, surely, where I can fit just 22 minutes in. If I just do that, I can watch 7 shows per season, right? Like, I actually can watch so much anime. If I could stick to that, I'd watch probably more anime than I have in a long, long time. Um, and basically, I've realized recently, and this is getting into a tangent around, I don't know, like mental health and executive agency and just building lifestyles and stuff. But I've found that I actually am a lot better at building daily habits than anything else. As long as I can break it down into some sort of task that doesn't take more than like half an hour, and I just make myself do it every single day, eventually it becomes like second nature. And at first I kind of hesitated with this with anime because like the whole thing is that I don't need to watch anime. It's not gonna improve my health. It's not required for me to advance in my career. Nothing like that. So it's like why do I need to make it regimented? If I need to make this sort of habit and make this regimented thing where I'm like, all right, it's 5 p.m. It's time for my anime episode. Doesn't that suggest that I don't really want to watch it and I could just not watch it? But I realize though that like clearly even these things that feel voluntary and feel like they're my passions and my hobbies and stuff sometimes still do need a little bit of structure and a little bit of impetus to kind of just like get me off the ground with them. It's just sort of like putting it on the tier of like a chore actually helps me do it, as weird as that sounds, because it no longer becomes like, oh, well, I could sit down and get caught up on a show, and that would be like 2 hours or whatever. I should be doing laundry instead. I should be cleaning instead. I should be getting a head start on this other thing instead. Now I'm trying to shift my thinking to like, I gotta just watch one episode a day, no more than that. And in the same way that I go, ooh, have I done my kanji practice today? Ooh, have I gotten my steps in today? Ooh, have I watched my anime episode today? So I don't know. I it's been working for me so far. At least I've watched the first 6 episodes of Gundam G Quacks. After I finish that, I'll probably watch like Mono, and I have just kind of like a list in my head of shows that I'm gonna try to catch up on using this system, this one episode a day paradigm. And hopefully like new shows too. So enough about that. Shoot, I just oh no, we're good. Enough about that. That's just my own personal business. Let's get into the next season of anime. Let's see what shows I can maybe tackle with this one a day philosophy. We are heading into summer 2025. We got Dan Da Dan's second season. Definitely going to be watching this. Of course, I already read the manga. I'm up to date on the manga. But that only makes me more excited because the animation quality is so crazy and over the top and awesome. I just really want to see certain scenes animated and stuff. We have the whole conclusion of the Evil Eye arc that's going to be phenomenal. Really crazy action sequences and stuff there. And then we should be able to get a good chunk into the next arc as well in this 13 episodes. I assume it's 13 episodes. It doesn't say. This kind of surprises and confuses me, though. This idea of airing the first few episodes in theaters. I get it. You make a lot of money that way. Demon Slayer's been doing it. I think some other big popular Battle Shonen stuff has been aiming for this sort of revenue. Maybe JJK did it. I can't remember. My understanding is that these 3 episodes just get you like 75% of the way through the Evil Eye arc. So like, why not just air 4 episodes or 5 episodes or whatever it takes to show the complete arc in theaters? Wouldn't that be like way better? It's like this weird adherence to like, oh, well, they paid like $20 a ticket or something outrageous. That entitles them to only watch 3 episodes, even though they're going to end up watching it on a streaming service that they're already paying for no additional cost. No way can we show them any more than 3 episodes. Have you ever heard of a movie longer than 66 minutes? No, it's absurd. And it leads to people getting like pissed off because it's going to end on like not even a cliffhanger. It's just going to end like in the middle of a fight scene. It's bizarre to me, truly bizarre. But whatever, this business model seems to work. People show up. I think in great part just because seeing anime in theaters is very novel. You go with your friends. It's like a community thing. I get that. I enjoy that too. It just seems a little ridiculous when what you're being shown is just so obviously TV episodes and they haven't made any effort to like stitch it together into something that feels a little more cinematic, a little more complete. But I don't know. This is my criticism. Should be great. I'm gonna watch this. Definitely. Oh, Dud Season 2. So I have actually watched some anime recently, but it's not been airing seasonal anime, shockingly. I watched My Dress Up Darling with my boyfriend. He read the manga on I don't know, not like a whim. I think like a friend recommended it to him or something, but he just like marathoned through the manga, had a great time, loved the series, was like, ooh, let's watch the anime together. I hadn't read the manga or watched the anime. I'd always been a little interested in it, but it was great. Great characters, great premise, great animation, very, very lewd, as is unsurprising, but actually quite wholesome as well, where the fan service isn't like how do I put this? It's not like pathetic fan service. It's just kind of lewd situations naturally emerging from cosplay, all because Marin really wants to do this and is excited and confident about wearing these sexy outfits and stuff. So on the I've talked about this a lot in Weekly Shonen Jump videos, because on one far extreme end of the spectrum is something like Nue's Exorcist, and this is like the far exact opposite. It's like empowering fan service, if you'll allow me to say something that ridiculous. So yeah, I haven't read the manga yet. After I finished the anime, I was like kind of split between, oh, maybe I should read the manga just because I generally prefer reading manga and I want to see what happens. But maybe I'll watch the second season with my boyfriend. That would be fun. Good stuff, though. Second season of Kaiju number 8. Sure, the manga is ending for this quite soon, I believe. This is the something flower, the fragrant flower blooms with dignity or whatever. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This is quite well loved as a rom-com. I'm gonna guess it's got like a mid 9. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's like gotta be one of the highest scores on MangaDex, period. Really beloved series. Cloverworks adaptation. I mean, as long as they're locked in doing an adaptation and not writing their original stories, one of the best studios working today. I have every reason to think this will be great. I have every reason to think I'll really like it. This is definitely on the list. Again, I'd kind of rather just read the manga. I've been meaning to get to the manga, but I haven't. But I think this will be a great adaptation. Gachikuta. This sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, I've seen people talk about this manga. It's got like a very bold art style, that's for sure. Got over a 9. Where does this run? Is this a Jump Plus series? Oh, it's in Weekly Shonen Magazine. Okay. Sure. Studio Bones, very good. This looks very, like, intense and crazy. Probably something where I'd rather just read the manga. And even the manga is not, like, super high priority to me. Oh, this is, this one. Somebody told me this is kind of like, Monogatari-esque, sort of. Just in, like, tone and mystery and kind of niche lore weirdness. I've heard this is pretty good. I haven't seen the first season, though, so alas. Sakamoto Days follow-up, that's good to see. I heard the adaptation was kind of disappointing. Not very like Sakuga, which is really disappointing for something that has like some of the best action sequences in manga I've possibly read ever. Like, if you kind of look at it from the angle of like an action movie, what people enjoy, and like big budget Hollywood action thrillers, Mission Impossible and stuff like that, I think it's the best manga I've ever read in terms of like big set piece action and awesome choreographed fights and creativity of setting and escalation and just this fluidity and dynamicism and stuff. So for that to not really be reflected in the anime is really disappointing. I think a studio like Madhouse or something could have knocked it out of the park, but alas. I will say this though, like the opening of this series, it's not bad, but you can tell they were trying to find their footing of whether this would be kind of more like a slice of life with occasional kind of Hitman, crazy action superlative spiced on top, or if it would be more of a battle shonen with long arcs and lore and world building and power scaling and stuff. Obviously, it became the latter. I think it becomes much better when it becomes the latter. I think it's really good in that mode, and once you start getting into the big arcs with the big villains, that's when it starts getting really exciting. So I am really happy that the anime is continuing for anime-only type fans. First off, just read the manga, but at least you'll be able to enjoy like the good parts of the series. Like, you're gonna get into the meat of it, and then you can read the manga. Hikaru. Oh, this is the summer that Hikaru died. So I know of this because in a bookstore that I go to pretty often, this is one of the like recommended manga, like one of the staff picks, and that was the first time I'd heard of it. People also search for Gambare Nakamura-kun smoking behind the supermarket. Kino is Hikaru ga Shinda Natsu BL? Kino? The ongoing BL horror manga? Woo! This actually could be kind of interesting. Again, I'm like, I'd rather just read the manga. Maybe we slap the manga on the plan to read list. Yeah, 9.3 for this genre especially. Like, usually, like the 25 people that rated it 1. homophobes, quite likely. So there's like automatic like rating bias because of that. And then also just like horror as a genre, I feel like is very polarizing. So for the fact that it's like over 9 with all of those caveats, kind of crazy. Might be goated. The studio is Cygames Pictures. Oh, they did Apocalypse Hotel. This is another one on the list that if I can keep up with my 1 episode a day grind, this is in my crosshairs. I've heard it's really, really, really good. Okay. A lot of Uma Musume and a lot of IMAS, which makes me wonder why suddenly they're adapting BL horror. But sure, could be good. Shield Hero Season 4, whatever. Damn, Cloverworks is putting out 3 shows this season? That's insane. What the hell is this? Bunch of light novels and a movie. And there was a movie, and this is like the sequel to the movie. These character designs look really familiar. Oh, yeah, yeah. It looks like Bunny Girl. That's what I was thinking. I thought maybe it was Bunny Girl at first. So there's no manga. Oh, it is Bunny Girl. Sort of? Is it? I'm like going down the rabbit hole. There we go. It is Bunny Girl. It's just people dreaming of different things. Now they're dreaming of Santa Claus. Okay. Alright. Sure. I've never really been interested in this series because someone I know who watched it and is also a big fan of Monogatari said it's really good, but it's just kind of discount Monogatari. And that's like all I've ever known about it. And maybe that's unfair. I think he said that having just watched this first season all the way back in 2018. It's gone on and on and on. Obviously, it's probably gotten a lot more complex. Maybe now it stands toe to toe with Monogatari. I don't know. But you know, I also am not really that eager to find out. If there was a manga, maybe I'd read the manga, but I don't think there is a manga. But yeah, discount Monogatari. If it's Cloverworks, if the production is also discount Monogatari and it's Cloverworks, then Cloverworks has leveled up so much since 2018 that it might actually be awesome. But I think he meant more like the plot is like discount Monogatari and didn't really have anything to say about the production. So, I don't know. More Dr. Stone. We're approaching the end game because this guy's here. Sure. Some crazy stuff happens there. Second season of Grand Blue. The first season aired a long time ago, man. Huh. That's weird. 7-year gap between seasons. And it's not like they're waiting to catch up with the manga, because no way they've even covered like a quarter of the manga, unless they're like really abridging it, which they could, because the manga's full of nonsense. I've read quite a bit of the manga. I would like to catch up at it at some point. It's a lot of fun. Very, very silly series. But not one that I care to see animated. That's just fine. Oh, right! Is this really happening? Really? After so long? After the biggest middle finger ending of all time of any show ever? The ultimate troll is that how many years later? 15 years later they really bring it back. Is it really happening? I am not gonna believe it until I'm actually watching it. But we're gonna watch it. I mean, the original Painting is Talking is a classic. God tier soundtrack. Listen to the soundtrack so much outside of the show. Insane animation style. A totally new mode existing as a third path, combining but transcending both stuff from Western and Japanese animation. Something that felt like it was both riffing on like kind of the hot topic stuff of the day, which in turn was riffing off stuff like Ai Puffy Amiyumi, you know, the just this kind of like feedback loop of kawaii culture getting mutated in the West and then exaggerated even further in panty and stocking, all in service of this like grotesque, perverse, rude, over the top, almost like South Park style humor at times show. Is nuts, man. It's like such an artifact of the era, and yet it feels so fresh and incongruous with everything else. I'm all for it. It's gonna be so surreal seeing new panty and stocking in 2025. Just bring back Space Patrol Luluco too. How about a second season of Luluco? How about a full non-short second season of Luluco? I just love Luluco, and it's the only thing that comes close. All right, good stuff. That's huge. The Magic Maniac returns. His next target, Holy Magic. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Togen Anki by Studio Hibari. I've never heard of Studio Hibari. Based on a manga. Let's do a little research into the manga. Man, it's so sad looking up these series on MangaDex, and then it's probably just like no chapters. Oh no, this one still has chapters. But I'm still gonna do it just because I trust the MangaDex ratings more than any others. Even if the series isn't actually there, the ratings remain. Anyways, this doesn't look all that interesting to me. The rating isn't like blowing my mind. It's been running for a long time. Have I heard of this author? Nope. Oh yeah, and Studio Hibari. Studio Hibari. Oh, they made Toilet Bound Hanako-kun and Bakugan and Duel Masters. Is this like a kid series? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Oh! Oh my god, what a great series this is gonna be. Oh my god. I gotta watch anime this season. Last season was already stacked. The season before that was already stacked. But this is like so absurdly stacked that I cannot in good faith call myself a fan of anime if I'm not watching stuff in a season this godly. We got City, the animation. Look at this, paying homage to the credit sequence in Nichijou. A similar panning over the town and all of its chaos. This is the follow-up manga from the mangaka of Nichijou, being adapted by KyoAni, who adapted Nichijou way back in the day in 2011. One of the greatest anime of all time. An anime that was beloved and acclaimed by a small but passionate fan base in its time, despite selling almost nothing, being the lowest selling KyoAni show of all time, has now become revived in the consciousness of the world via YouTube re-uploads of popular clips. 24 million views, 6.7 million views, 1.8 million views, 8.8 million views on a channel called Nichijou Clips, which has 30.4k subscribers. Millions, 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 millions. It's crazy. It took people a little while. It took it being ported into this YouTube format, but people are finally getting it. This is another one, Nichi Stuffs. This is crazy. There's people that have made YouTube careers just re-uploading stuff from Nichijou. That's the kind of phenomenon it's become. I'm very happy. It's kind of a shame to me that people weren't watching it like this when it came out. I was a fan from day one. But I'm so glad that it's finally getting its recognition. And I think, in part, that's why we're getting the City adaptation too. And what's amazing is that not only are they trying to maybe like tap back into that fervor, trying to regain momentum and attention from that audience, but I think they've gotten like even better at it. Having watched a couple trailers for this, oh my god, it's like nothing else. it's just like a pure rainbow of joy beaming down from the heavens. And I gotta say, I'm not gonna rant about it. I'm not gonna rant about it. Because we've done that too many times, and there's nothing left to say. But 16th most popular show, make it make sense. Aren't you people excited? Are you people dumb? Don't you know? I bet there's a lot of people that are fans of Nietzsche, though, Joe, that are unaware of this. Like, I don't know how they could promote it more, but I think there are some anime fans that really just eat the slop in the trough in front of them. And they watch Nichijou clips because it comes up in their YouTube suggestions, but they don't have the intellectual curiosity or capacity to be like, oh, hey, that was done by this studio called KyoAni. It's an adaptation of a mangaka named Awachi-san. Awachi-sensei. Awari-sensei. Arawi-sensei. I kind of combine the names. Whatever. They don't connect the dots and anticipate things like this. It happens time and time again. And then weeks from now, I'm going to see people going like, the hidden gem of the summer. City came out of nowhere and blew people's socks off. They're saying it reminds them of this weird show they saw on YouTube where she fights, or she watches her principal fight a deer. I'm ranting about it. I said I wouldn't, but it's just like, don't people get the joy I do from like getting educated about anime? Even when I'm not watching anime, I get so much joy out of being educated on anime. And then there's people that watch Crunchyroll like 3 hours a day, and they're just watching shit. And then they find out about, I don't know, something like Odd Taxi. And it just kind of like happens to fall into their lap. And then Odd Taxi becomes this like freight train, runaway train phenomenon. And it's like, you guys could have done that on your own. Like, why are you always waiting for somebody to send taste down the trough? Can't you like work upstream? Can't you find things on your own? Why does this have to language in 16th place? Ugh, okay, whatever. Silent Witch, Voiceless Magic, Super Duper Shy. Okay. Studio Gokumi. That sounds familiar. I don't know why I said that sounds familiar. I haven't seen any of these shows. Oh, I saw Kinmoza, but only the previous seasons of Kinmoza. I saw Endro. I saw this. Okay. Yeah, they made slice of life shows I watched. Okay. Sure. Sure. Rom-com thing. Yuri? Yuri rom-com thing? I gotta say, the art of the manga looks way more interesting than the art of the anime. That's just my tastes, though. Let's see what people think on MangaDex. 8.5, pretty good. And again, the homophobe constituency drags it down a little bit. Sexual violence, interesting. Okay, whatever. But yeah, some sort of girls love harem series. Whoa, I just had a really awful acidic burp. That doesn't happen to me very often these days because I'm taking a PPI, a proton pump inhibitor. But every once in a while. Anyways. Okay. Sure. You know, there would be a time where I would have already read this manga. I would have already bought, like, the manga in Japanese. I would have already been, like, petitioning 7 Seas to release it. And I would have been broadcasting to everyone I know to watch this show. That's the extent of the desert we used to be in when it came to Yuri. Now I'm just kind of like, oh, it's a Yuri show. Yeah, it's probably, like, 1 of 3 this season. It's an embarrassment of riches. I've become complacent. It's not inherently exciting to me anymore. Part of it is just that I've, like, moved on from obsessing over that genre in the first place. But, wow. Sign of the times. Swap that birth. Love Quadrangle. Okay. Season 2. This looks like Isekai. Yep. Yeah. Reincarnated. I was did it. Oh man, thought man did it. Boom. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Woke up looking for the non-isekai show. It's 4 years into the past. Oh, so this dude, it's a Siseikai, but it's also a go back in time and fix things show. That's interesting. Those genres are like the same. I think they're both like light novel slop, but this fusion is like maybe a little more unique. More toilet boy bound Hanako. Hey, this is this show. Yeah. Someone on the manga reading server I'm on is reading this manga and quite likes it. Yeah, the manga looks great. Looks very fun. Just got a hobby-centric slice of life, you know. That's one of my favorites. Pretty well liked, I think, for this genre. That's in the ballpark you want to see. And the studio is Studio Bind. This is another show that I gotta get to. This is another show that hopefully the daily anime episodes will cover. I watched this. It was extremely perverse slop, but it was so well animated. And I've heard this, which I have no interest in watching, is also very well animated. So yeah, everything points to this being a banger. That's the tag you want to see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're checking all the boxes. Futari Solo Camp is getting an adaptation. Cool. This is the other camping slice of life manga. Perhaps downstream of the Eurocamp boom, which has influenced everything from trends in manga to IRL camping supplies to the plot line of Japan's current directorial Wonder Kids, Ryusuke Hamaguchi's latest movie, Evil Does Not Exist, is all about a company that wants to set up a campsite in a remote rural area, sparked by an unprecedented camping boom, sparked by Eurocamp. Eurocamp might end up being one of the most economically influential anime of all time. But yeah, this manga I've heard is quite good. Very cute, very fun rom-com. Also like Eurocamp really takes the camping seriously and tries to spread the joy and wonder and fun. Looks like it got nuked off of Mangadex. That's unfortunate, but you can find it elsewhere, I'm sure we all know. Yeah, it could be good. Could be good. Kind of like to read the manga instead. What's the studio? This is a wild mix of stuff, that's for sure. None of it jumps out to me as, like, proof that these guys are masters. I think I'll probably just read the manga. Oh, excuse me. Okay, this is something. Rom-com kind of thing. I don't know, let's figure out the... I guess... some sort of harem. Yeah. Wow, though. Wow. That's really high rank for a series with a premise this stupid. And there's no fan service tag, which is encouraging. See if the author's done anything I've heard of. And it looks like probably got nuked off Mangadex. Okay. Yeah. They do this now, which is nice. Yeah. Alright, that's interesting. Could be good. What's the studio? PA Works. Alright, yeah, you know. They're good at what they do. I'd say the batting average is very high. The floor is high. The ceiling for production is kind of low. Like, they kind of just hit everything right down that, like, quite good but not mind-blowing level. Sure, sure. Childhood friends, comedy, drama, romance, slice of life. It's a manga. For some reason, this is like a common cover these days, is like close up of the main character's face and then title covering the whole main character's face. And for some reason, I don't know, it feels like edgy to me. Not super great reviews, kind of all over the board. Psychological, suggestive. Yeah, doesn't this seem like kind of edgy to you? Their faces are getting like X'd out. I don't know. It doesn't have good vibes to me, but maybe that's unfair. This is Arknights adaptation. Arknights is gacha slop that's very, very popular right now. Not interested. Raising a baby. Sure, is this a manga? I may have seen this in some capacity before. This cover looks familiar. Okay reviews. Yeah, okay. And it was getting scanlated, it looks like. Yeah, yeah. Man, R.I.P. Poor Mangadex. Anyways, not super interesting to me. Brain-based comedy drama slice of life supernatural based on a manga. Let's check it out. Covered a Japanese dictionary that fell from the sky. The two begin to say strange things. Kind of sounds interesting. Okay reviews. I bet this isn't getting scanlated. Yeah, because it only has one review. But they gave it a 10. Has this mangaka done anything before? Nothing I've heard of. Okay. Brains Base, I kind of remember liking. What do they do? Oh, Golden Kamui and stuff. Okay. Gakuen. Alright. Okay. Ameto Kimito. This looks like a short. This looks like a short that was based on a webcomic. It's just the vibes I get. Good reviews. Yeah, it was originally a webcomic and then it got serialized. Yeah, I imagine this is pretty episodic slice of life stuff. I bet it is a short. It just has that vibe to me, man. Sure, this is romantasy type stuff. Jiko Sensei Nube. This looks like an old manga, man. This is... They're adapting something classic? Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. This is a Jump series. Which means at some point I'll read it, because I gotta read every Jump series. Sure, I don't know. It's kind of crazy that they're doing a new adaptation of this after all these years. Looks like they already had an adaptation back in 1996. They're bringing it back for the fans of Hell Sensei. Sure, sure. This looks fun. What started as a misunderstanding leads to cultural exchange. Studio Nomad. Oh, they did Jashin-chan Dropkick. Okay. So they're good with these silly shows. This looks like a very fun and silly show. Yeah, I don't know. Seems nice. Getting scanlated. This group name is I mean, it is what it is. Could be good. Could be good. Looks cute. Looks fun. Genius high school detective grows up and is like a failure. Okay. That sounds fun. I like Linden films. They're alright. Are they? Or am I getting them mixed up with somebody? Actually, I haven't watched any of this. I was thinking of something else. Oh well. Let's see how well the manga is liked. Pretty good reviews. The scans have stayed up. Multiple different scan groups have tackled this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crazy. Did stuff for the Onimai anthology and the Rent-A-Girlfriend anthology. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Food Court. Whoa. Now this I like the look of. I'll see you again in the food court tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. These reviews are pretty good for kind of like a silly slice of life chatting series, which is, I imagine, what this is. Yeah, Twitter webcomic. Cool. What's this studio? Atelier Pondar. Oh, they made Isekai Uncle. I watched a bit of this. The animation was pretty good. So, could be good. The bowling anime is coming! Yo! Whoa! I think this is like the Saki of bowling. Like, it's the kind of Saki attitude, but instead of mahjong, it's bowling. Original series, so I can't just read the manga. Okay, not a good sign. I watched this show, Moipan, which is about judo, and the animation was not great. Pretty sloppy, pretty lazy. I remember the like big climactic match in the first episode. They like cut away from it and they just show sound effects, and I was like, if you say so. But I will open the doors of my heart once again for a strike. Let's see if the turkey can fly. Superstar Adventure Dennis. He becomes a restaurateur. I don't know, there's so many of these now, this like isekai slice of life thing, and they're just kind of recreating the genre that exists in the real world of like a guy who's a restaurateur or whatever. And but it's always like isekai too. The Perverted Law. It encourages lewd sex acts everywhere on the island. Alright. Is this a manga? Alright. We don't need to investigate too much with that. Hotel assassin stuff. Sure, it's kind of fun. You know, there's always in Hitman series, this hotel is friendly with us. This hotel is owned by the organization. They'll give you everything you need. And now you get to see the other side of that. Alright, that's fun. It's a fun premise. Again, I'm kind of like, it's a lot easier to read the manga. Yeah? Okay reviews. Was it getting scanlighted? A little. Okay. Is this studio? No studio. Oh, wait. Studio Bridge. Huh. This is an odd mix. Alright. Whatever. Whoa. This dude going around drinking Chu-Hai and flirting with married women. Now that... it won't, I can't learn. The studio has only made, like, the ONA and then the series version of this. This is a mission statement. This is manifesting things into the universe to try to make them real. It like doesn't exist. We can't learn anything about it. A married woman's lip tastes like candy. So this guy's out there making out with them. Wow. Dude, I don't know. I've drank too high. Ghost Priest that she got the strong 0. Wow, wow. Okay. All right. All right. I recognize the game. This is one form of many that manga can take, is just a totally unrepented, uncompromised manifestation of something that you would like to have happen in your life. Like getting drunk on strong 0 and making out with married women. All about power to you, buddy. Knock yourself out. Okay. I'm gonna call it no. Whoa, math? Bro, math? You talking, we got math manga? Oh shit, I've seen this cover before. I've seen people talk about this. Yo, Math X cooking? No, the Fermat's cooking. Fermat, no. Oh, it sounds so peak. It sounds so peak. And if we learn about math and we learn about cooking, oh my god, the peak gets more peak. It's just endless peak. Studio Domerica has not done a whole lot. Okay, whatever. The premise is off the charts. We'll probably just read the manga, but the premise is off the charts. Yes, like a magical girl sort of thing. It's an original. This studio... Monogatari. What a trick. Busaman Gachi Fighter. In the other world. Delinquent action. Kind of looks nice. David Pro. Very good. Let's see what people think of the manga. The description is only in Japanese. Probably one review. Yep. Okay. I don't know. David Pro is good. Yo! Karaoke manga by Doga Kobo Yakuza. The title of The Worst Singer Must Get a Tattoo. What the heck? This looks like BL. this as soon as I saw the Tankobon cover, I was like, this is BL. Or not, I don't know, or not. Unclear at this time. No scanlation. Doga Kobo, though. There's a lot to like here. There's a lot to like here. Another Doga Kobo. What the? Is it 2 adaptations by the same mangaka? Doga Kobo is doing 2 adaptations by the same mangaka in the same season. That seems kind of bizarre to me. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? What? Why? Mangaka... this one I think I've seen before. This title looks familiar. Or this cover looks familiar. Maybe when I was just looking up Tezuka Award stuff, I saw it. Huh. Fascinating. Fascinating. It's like this Satomi character shows up a few times. I don't know, I'm like really curious. And I like Doga Kobo a lot as a studio. So it's like, could be good. Acapella music project. They're really gonna do acapella? Are they gonna try to make acapella idol music popular? It's an original. Huh. Studio Jumondo. Huh. Oh, they worked on Yuri Yuri. They worked on Oriimo. That's a legacy. Necronomiko. Yeah. Oh, Matsu-san is coming back. Alright, that's fun. Slime thing. This looks like BL. Card fight. Shorts. The horror short. Chibi Godzilla. Thing. Something. Sure. Witch Watch continuing. We've been watching some Witch Watch, my boyfriend and I, since we both read the manga and liked it. Been watching like particular things to see it animated. It's been good. Anne of Green Gables. Sure. Oh yeah. Mugen Castle. Gotta watch that. Oh, this is finally happening. Gonna watch that. Sure. Running. Some movie. Square Enix's sci-fi arcade game, man. There's things happening in Japan that I just have no clue about. Every time I go to Japan, I walk into the arcades and everybody is huddled around all these machines that I've never seen before. And it's gonna be, next time I'm there, I'm gonna, oh, everybody's playing Starwing Paradox. It's like, what is that? I will never know. Sure, Shinchan. Sure, Anpanman. Okay. This is where things get interesting again. This section is becoming more and more important as Netflix continues to encroach upon anime. So this all already aired. Maybe I want to watch it. It's like an original by Studio Wit, original sci-fi with character designs from Arakawa Sensei. I don't know. If somebody tells me it's good, maybe I'll watch it. An episode a day. You get to watch a lot of anime. But I don't know. Maybe it's not good. Oh, this is, yeah, Takopi's Original Sin. I've heard this manga is really good. And people have been making kind of a big deal about this adaptation, too. I think just because it was, like, anticipated. But I don't know about the studio. I don't know. Maybe good. Maybe good. Who cares? Bad Girl. Okay. It's a manga. We can investigate. Learn about Bad Girl. Not that one, but this one. Alright, sure. Delinquent that is super in love with the head prefect, Yuri. Okay, acting like a delinquent to get the attention of the head prefect. Okay, that sounds fun. The studio is Bridge again, right? We just looked these people up. This is the like fairy tale farming spinoff or something. Night of the Living Cat. Now that's interesting. Post-apocalyptic cat thing. OLM. An okay studio. Has some good stuff. Sure. Bullet. This looks quite fun. An original Ian H production. Huh. Pokemon Cartiers. I've been wanting to watch this. It does seem good. New Netflix original by Studio Orange. This premise does not really interest me that much. massive living airship. I don't know, like maybe it would be cool. A lot of frickin' whiteys. Scott Westerfield's Leviathan gets... Okay, so this is like a thing. It's not really an original. It's a novel by Scott Westerfield. Huh. I mean, I like Studio Orange stuff quite a lot. Alright. It's like a... Huh. Alright. Oh, I saw this. Woo! Stop motion animation show about My Melody and Kuromi. Sure. I don't know. Looks cute. I didn't know it was Studio Wit doing it. That's crazy. I didn't know Studio Wit could do, like, stop motion animation, too. Like, can they just do everything? Eh? Ginka Tokyo Milky Subway. This sounds fun. What the hell is it? Source original. No studio. The trailer got blocked. Oh, it just got blocked from embeds. Okay, whatever. Huh. I don't know. Could be interesting. Oh, it's just an ONA. Okay, sure. Okay. Crazy stacked season. Let's make our little list here. Gonna watch Dun S2 Dud S2 could be good. Fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Very loved manga plus Cloverworks. Maybe Gachikuta? So we already got a lot. The summer Hikaru died. Very loved manga plus Bones. Plus BL. Panty and stocking S2. That one's easy peasy. City. Easy peasy. What else? What else? Good manga. Good studio. Probably will just read the manga. Futari Solo Camp. Mikadon no Sanshimai wa Agnai Chodo ii. Bum, 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 bum. Na 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 na. This is the acapella one. And then the only thing in here I was interested in was Moonrise, right? Maybe those two. Oh, I'm sorry. Nyite. Okay. So these for sure, and then probably that's like 4 days of a week. Get caught up on like Mono and Hanato Asura or something. Could be good. Could be good. Could, if I can stick to an episode per day, which is not hard. I just gotta find 20 minutes per day. That's not hard. I can make this happen. We can get back into watching anime. All right, let's see if it happens. The only thing though is that this, well, I don't know. I don't know when I'll make seasonal anime review videos now. It's all gonna be kind of like out of sync or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Great season, great list. That's all for now. See you next time. Bye bye. That was